we have the Andor teaser trailer. Now, I've seen the trailer, of course. Andy has not. Andy was unaware this actually dropped. And Andy, I'm going to say right now, I think you're going to like this trailer.
Okay.
Make sure that volume's turned up because you got to hear it. You got to hear the full glory.
Okay. So we can.
Yeah,
we can legal. Okay.
Yeah, we can play it. Don't worry about it.
Everyone can tell that I don't know reaction rules whatsoever. I'm like, I have to ask him every week. I'm like, can we play this loud?
Yes.
Like, how many seconds can we actually have in it? I don't know why you wouldn't. I did a southern accent. I don't know why I did that. Okay, hold on. Let me see. 3, 2, 1. Is it working?
Yes.
Okay, cool. This is such a new way to open a Star Wars trailer. I'm like, oh damn! Oh, that got loud. Everyone would be like shook. Oh, this can't be. My bae, he's back.
So fat and satisfied. They're everywhere. They're watching me now. Soon enough, these days will end.
Oh my god, I forgot he's in there.
I did too. I forgot.
There will be no rules going forward. People are standing up. That's what a reckoning sounds like.
Yes, man. That's a fucking reckoning sound. Okay, that was sick.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was great.
Oh, okay, that was sick.
So I guess first things first. What do you think of the Andor trailer? I think you forget that.
This is a very different trailer, like a very different opening to a Star Wars trailer. Like it's a very because here's the thing. Even though I haven't watched Mandalorian or the other shows that have come out, I've seen trailers. Like I've seen them floating around. Like I do watch them, and then if I have time, I will watch a show, and if I don't, then I will just watch it when I do have time. But this is the most different Star Wars trailer I've seen since even getting into the fandom or whatever and so on. Like it doesn't feel like the Rogue One trailers. It doesn't feel like the sequel trilogy trailers whatsoever. So this is very exciting. Like there's Andor was someone I connected to a lot in Rogue One, and so I'm excited to see. Again, I love that the fact that they're taking the Star Wars universe and they're going to all these different corners through time and space, and it really. Because and I think honestly, and even though I know Star Wars belongs on the big screen, I do think the best thing Lucasfilm has done since the end of the sequel trilogy is to really expand to the world television. So I enjoy this. I enjoy this. Again, now that I'm kind of on the Obi-Wan train. I think I will definitely be watching this because this will be because I guess Obi-Wan will end in June, and then in August we get Andor.
Yeah, roughly. I mean, August 31st. So it's plenty of time. And I also wanted to put this out real quick. These episodes in the Multiverse going forward will serve as Andy's reaction. Maybe if he doesn't watch trailers.
That's the thing. Yeah. Unless I have to do it for work. There's a lot of times where I do miss things. Again, I completely forgotten the celebration was happening this weekend. So when Jordan called me, was like, "Hey, there's all this Star Wars," I'm like, "What are you talking about? You mean the Obi-Wan episodes, right?" He's like, "No, celebration album. It's happening right now."
Yeah.
And then I started seeing that some of my friends are already there. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I suck." So I said, but hey, did he drop? And then he, was telling me what we're gonna talk about. I'm like, wait a minute, there's a new trailer for something. well, how about I just watch it tonight with you all? And
Yeah.
that's what we did. So yeah, we will do
Yeah.
things like that.
And thank you, Jennifer. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know how to feel about the trailer because even though I love the Darth Vader hallway scene, I was not crazy about Rogue One. That's completely understandable. We know this is taking place 5 years before Rogue One. They shot 12 episodes for season 1 of this show. They're shooting 12 more for season 2, and then they've confirmed, and this is not a spoiler because they confirmed this as just letting everybody know that at the end of season 2, the last thing you see is Cassian going in and basically tying it into Rogue One, like immediately him going to Rogue One. So like basically you can watch the Andor series, all 24 episodes, and right as you finish the last episode of Andor, you can click and start Rogue One, and it's supposed to be seamless. It's gonna be like that. And I'm now I want to go back and watch his. I remember the scene specifically where he's first introduced, but I want to rewatch it so then I know. Okay, so we're gonna end up here on this planet again. This is where we're gonna be at the end of season 2 of Andor, the ending of the show. And it's crazy that they shot 12. And now it makes more sense because they've been shooting the show for a while, and I'm like, what, like are they still shooting? It turns out that they've been shooting for a long ass time because they've did 12 episodes. Now, maybe the episode lengths are shorter than other episodes because, as Andy noticed, the Obi-Wan show, 55 minutes for episode 1, 41. Of course, credit takes up like a good chunk of that. But I would say I wouldn't be surprised if these episodes are like 30-ish minutes a piece, but it's still 12 episodes. So we get more. So that's really cool. I like the trailer a lot. I wasn't sure what to expect. I'll be honest. I liked Rogue One overall, but like I was thinking, why are they doing an Andor series? But as soon as we can see how gritty it is, like Rogue One, and we're seeing the journey of him 5 years leading into Rogue One when the show is over, and Mon Mothma, they brought back, of course, the actor who's been playing her since Revenge of the Sith, and then into Rogue One, we get to see more of her backstory, and I'm assuming we're going to see other characters. Fake Jake, sorry, Joe Pat Jake, thank you so much. I see that. I'll click. Yeah. So, but I think we're going to see other characters from Rogue One potentially in this show. Like
that would make a lot of sense. I feel that that because again I haven't seen Rogue One in a while, but I wouldn't be shocked if we do see at least one character. Because because we all know the end destination for this character. So which is why I actually I do preach.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if you say like if you watch the Book of Boba Fett, you'd get this point, and there were certain times where you're stepping away from the storylines happening over here and following something over here that may tie in. I feel like they may do that with a character that was in Rogue One where we kind of see a little bit of them in an episode where it kind of cuts to them and where they're at 5 years before Rogue One that would tie into Rogue One more efficiently. And I wouldn't be opposed to that if like they took half an episode to jump to someone else and we get to see a little bit about them that would tie in. But to your super chat, thank you so much, Jake. Thank you
so much.
I really liked Rogue One. It felt so different but so enticing at the same time. It really felt like a true war film, like Black Hawk Down or Apocalypse Now. Even though you knew characters would die, you still cared. That was the main thing. We knew these characters weren't going to make it. They openly said this before the movie came out, like this is a do or die mission. Like none of them were going to survive, and it was kind of brutal because that third act they start taking out characters left and right.
Yeah.
they didn't care.
And that's what I get. I know this wasn't like one of the most well received, like critically wise. I Star Wars film. I mean, this one is way better than any of the prequel films. The real prequel films. So, take that. But no, I really enjoyed the fact that hey, like we're exploring this important element that has always been there in the Star Wars mythos, but we've never really seen it because the thing is they don't die for nothing. So there's that.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more Jenna or so. I'm then again I'm not too surprised.
Where would she be right now, like in the timeline?
Well, I think she was arrested when we first met her in Rogue One. Like, because we saw her as a kid, we saw what happened to her father, and then it jumped to her being an adult as Felicity Jones. So
I remember, I'm gonna pull something. I remember there was something about Felicity Jones's contract that
she had signed on for a potential other film or other project. I remember that was being something that she was the only one who had that option. I think, but I think it would be interesting if they brought Jenna Erso back. I just don't know for what. I'm not now. Look, it seems that Cassian Andor and Jyn Erso only like first met for the first time in Rogue One, so they couldn't just have Jyn Erso pop up in the show meeting him unless we're following her connecting with somebody else in the show. I don't know, but I feel like they're going to use this Andor series to, and of course, introduce new characters, but also probably tie in some other characters from Rogue One that were significant players to the narrative. So with that,